This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto on this digital sports center presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. And the countdown continues, as we're now just 4 days away from Super Bowl Sunday. I can taste the beignets, okay? I'm ready. Earlier in the week, we talked about the three-peat and what it would mean for KC historically. But what about Patrick Mahomes' legacy? Because a win Sunday, and many have him as the GOAT, despite a big difference in resumes between him and Tom Brady. But it's closer than you think. Brady obviously stands atop GOAT mountain thanks to his 7 Super Bowls and 5 Super Bowl MVPs. But with a win Sunday and an MVP, Mahomes would only be 3 titles down and 1 MVP down. And in terms of regular season success, Mahomes is just an MVP and an all-pro team away from catching Brady. And checking the Super Bowl MVP odds, you guessed it, Mahomes is the heavy favorite to take home his 4th. But even if he never catches Brady in 7 rings, a win Sunday puts him in some elite company, as only 4 quarterbacks in NFL history have ever won 4. Obviously Brady, who we mentioned, but also Terry Bradshaw, who owned the 70s with Pittsburgh, and Joe Montana, who owned the 80s with the Niners. You can watch Super Bowl 59 this Sunday at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific on CTV and TSN. But those of you who are yearning for a 4.5-hour pregame can tune into TSN at 2 Eastern and get just that. Okay, great part about Super Bowl week is all the different athletes, celebrities, and influencers that we get to speak with. And earlier we got one of the biggest names in golf, Paige Spiranac, to talk about football while obviously mixing some golf in. All right, Paige, serious question, okay? I know you put some thought into this. We are at Super Bowl, so I have to know, who do you got winning?
I know everyone keeps asking that, which makes sense. It's a very logical question.
Of course.
And I don't really tend to root for either team, but
Okay.
I am Team Taylor Swift. So I'm going to go with Taylor Swift, which would be the Chiefs. And it'd be cool to see them break history.
Yes, history is important, of course, but do you feel as though the Taylor card has been played so much? I'm a Swiftie myself, but do you feel like it's been played almost too much?
No, it's funny because I think it's so interesting when she walks in. I want to see what outfit she's wearing.
Hell yes.
I don't think they show her too much, and they talk about it because she is moving the needle. People always get mad about that, but then you look at the engagement, and she's blowing every other post out of the water, and it's like, that's why people are talking about her, because she is one of the most famous people in the entire world.
Thank you. So the people in the comment section that can't take it, this is why. Please understand. Now, I have to know about a dream foursome for you on the golf course. You're playing a full 18. I was going to ask who your NFL players might be that you throw in there, but I mean, you mentioned Taylor Swift. I guess you can toss her in there too if you'd like.
Yeah. Travis Kelce, I know he loves golf, plays a lot of golf.
Yeah.
And then I feel like it'd be fun to also have Jason in there as well.
Yes.
I feel like they can kind of banter with each other. And then Saquon Barkley.
Ooh.
Yeah, we was listening to him talk a little bit, and he seems just so incredibly kind and humble, and he loves golf. So I think it'd be a good little foursome.
So is he actually good at golf though? Does his quads get in the way?
He said he was not very good at golf, and he's trying to get better. Because someone asked him who's the better Barkley, Charles Barkley or Saquon Barkley. And he said Charles is a better golfer, which is not no shade to either, but that's not saying much.
So you mentioned Taylor, of course, and I wonder if this is maybe your answer, but who would be your dream Super Bowl halftime show?
Ooh, that's a really good one. I know Bruno Mars is already.
Yes.
I would love to see him again and do it. I just love him as a performer. I think he's absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
And at the Grammys when he was with Lady Gaga, that team just kind of worked for me. And I would just love to bring everyone back. More country, too.
Ooh,
I like country. And I think some good country singers would be in the mix
Just like a mashup of country goodness.
Yeah. And you could throw Beyonce in there now, too, since she's doing country.
Grammy winner. Well, Beyonce coming back. I love that. And, of course, you're here representing your new site, right? Can you tell us about it?
Yeah. So I started working with SportsGrid, and we created Lost Pages, which is this destination of fantasy and gambling and casino and lifestyle. And so our first show, which launched on YouTube under Lost Pages, is Give Me Props. And people write in fun prop bets, and I have to see if I can try to beat them, which they're as crazy as you think they would be.
Amazing. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
Paige was an absolute doll. Pleasure to meet. Plus, a Swiftie. Hello, we're friends. Over to hockey. The Oilers have had the Blackhawks number in recent matchups, winning 7 of their last 8, including 4 straight in Chicago. So it's a lopsided matchup on paper. especially with Chicago enduring a season of struggles. They're currently 31st in NHL standings and have a painful minus 44 goal differential. They're 31st in the league in goals per game and 30th in goals allowed. So yeah, they can't really do anything right, except special teams. And even that's just middle of the pack, as their power play is 11th and their penalty kill is 10th. On the other hand, Edmonton has been firing on all cylinders. It's at atop the Pacific and are top 10 in both goals scored and against. And if Edmonton wants to sustain their success and make a deep playoff run, they're going to need more from the back end of their roster. We're talking about the guys outside of McDavid and Draisaitl, as depth scoring has been nearly non-existent. I know we love to hate, but also I love to love the Oilers. I want them to do well. Time now for the Big Play Replay presented by Montana's. Let's go to Seattle where Patrick Kane made some history.
Here we go, Kane's second round, right down the slot he goes. Hangs on, backhand and score! And it's a new record in the National Hockey League, the most shootout goals by an individual in NHL history.
How silky smooth. He starts out with a little bit of speed and then hits the brakes there at the hatch.
Okay, sure, making history, but making history with a filthy goal. Wow, incredible. That's it for me today from New Orleans. We'll see you right back here tomorrow, 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific. Have a good one.